should a patient consider a clinical trial as a treatment option?
So I generally think that a patient should consider a clinical trial at almost every juncture that a clinical decision is being made. I think sometimes there's this misperception that, oh, clinical trials should only be utilized when I don't have any other options, where in fact, I would say clinical trials should be an option to discuss every single time a treatment is being changed. Because, ultimately the goal is to make sure patients are, as I said, living longer and living better, and making sure that clinical trials are an option on the table at every juncture is really a key step in that process.
What are the benefits of being part of a clinical trial?
So I think there's a lot of benefits. I think, for patients with advanced disease, it may provide access to drugs that they otherwise would not necessarily have access to. So the standard of care therapies, we can prescribe those at any juncture. They're standard of care, but clinical trials really offer an opportunity to experiment with another agent, and doesn't necessarily take away from the standard of care options. I think the other thing is, I think a lot of patients with advanced prostate cancer, they want to give back to the community. They want to leave a legacy. They want to contribute to the science. They want to be a part of that mission to make tomorrow better than today for men with prostate cancer. And I think participating in clinical trials can really help achieve that goal, and also benefit the individual as well.
Mhm. What about emerging treatments? Are there any that patients should know about?
Absolutely. So there's a lot of treatments that I think are currently undergoing extensive testing. There's additional targeted therapies. For example, CDK4/6 inhibitors are being tested broadly in the hormone resistant space in the newly diagnosed setting. There's also AKT inhibitors. There are other targeted therapies that are being tested. There's novel hormonal treatments that target resistant pathways like the androgen receptor degraders. There's a slew of immunotherapy options, cell therapy, bispecific antibodies that are also being tested. So there's a lot of really exciting and novel treatments that are looking at overcoming resistance for people with advanced disease.